Most often, children admire and seek guidance from their parents. However, there are situations when certain parents don't deserve such respect due to their awful demeanor. Here are a few instances where the body cam recorded the reaction of evil parents after being caught. On January 27, 2013, Alexi Trevizo sought treatment at Artesia General Hospital in New Mexico due to severe back pain. However, it wasn't typical back pain. She was actually experiencing labor pains. Instead of informing the doctors, she made a shocking decision. What happened next was something that would leave the hospital staff in lasting trauma.
We started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing an exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's gonna lie.
Alexi spent a long time in the bathroom until nurses noticed something was off. At first, they thought Alexi had injured herself, but they never expected to find a dead newborn in the trash can.
I heard a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. He came out at me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
Scared. It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She needs to
She's
be
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's still 19
you're
years old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19.
Keep out of me.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor and delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to do this correctly.
The baby was discovered wrapped in cloth at the bottom of the trash can, showing that Alexi tried to hide her crime but didn't succeed. Furthermore, she called her baby nothing when saying nothing was crying, which tells us about her true character.
Tell me the truth.
517.
That came out of your toilet bag. You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble.
The mother's response and behavior to the news are far from what you'd anticipate in such a situation. Even sadder is witnessing one of the nurses showing more compassion and sorrow for the baby than its own family.
All I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film. The umbilical cord looked like an animal had tore it apart. Like, you know, have you ever eaten string cheese?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you twist it, that's how the bottom of the umbilical cord looked. And I just remember it caught my eye and I was like, God. I was like, this chick really ripped this thing apart. When there's like one or two things in the wastebasket, I usually pick it up and take it out, but I didn't that night. And then, like, I've been kicking myself on this because I feel like, you know, if I would have just taken it out, I would have seen it.
Well, no one prepares for that type of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Most people don't act like that. So don't blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural thing to do.
Well, I mean, it's just hard because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. And I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
You know, like...
Alexi Trevizo was eventually detained and later charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. If convicted, she could be sentenced to life in prison.
I'll bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
She's going for her arrest.
Okay.
I will give it to her whenever
Can I see her?
she can see the warrant when she gets arrested.
This is my house. I
Right.
have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we,
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
It's
Okay,
nowhere-
so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got a copy.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as
And
well.
we'll tell you that, but we
Okay,
we
then
need
let
the
me know
cooperation.
now.
We need the cooperation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you answer my question. What is she under arrest for?
To add to the trouble, shortly after this incident, Alexi was spotted enjoying her school prom, while her mother was pursuing legal action against the hospital, blaming them for everything. However, if you believe that parents could not get worse, look at the following case. On April 22nd, 2021, police responded to a residence where they heard children crying and calling out for their mother. Neighbors who were worried about the children's safety quickly called 911.
Is that someone passed out on the ground right there?
Are they both your children?
The officers who came discovered the children locked in a room in very bad conditions. When the mother was asked about it, she tried to say the children's cries were just them playing.
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you the mother of these children here?
Yeah, what's up?
They've been screaming and crying?
Yeah, they're playing. They have the windows open. That's what they do.
They're not playing, ma'am.
Right, well, he looks like he needs some juice or something. He's showing me his cup.
Yeah, I was just about to go get them.
Okay, well, we're getting complaints that they feel like there's children in distress over there.
Yeah, they're very loud and they scream a lot.
Yeah, it's called a kid.
Yeah. They scream a lot and they're very,
How old are they?
almost 2 and 3. They're very
Is anybody supervising them?
Yeah, I was just in there. Like, I was just in there getting them stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my other daughter in the
So
other
there's
room.
like 10,000 choking hazards in there that they're locked in that room and nobody's in there supervising them? As they're screaming for the whole neighborhood to call us?
Is that bright in your eyes?
And this apparently has not been the first time from all your neighbors calling in, saying that they hear this multiple times throughout the week. Do you have an ID with you?
In addition to the filthy appearance of the house, the officers observed cockroaches crawling on the walls. To make things worse, the mother insisted the house was safe for her children.
When was the last time you even changed their diapers? As it's sagging there, probably full.
They had a ton of juice, and it was probably an hour and a half ago that I changed their diapers.
Does this seem to be a safe environment for your children?
Yeah, it's completely safe. It's just, they're very, very loud and vocal. And since both of the windows are opened,
This is a safe environment, huh?
we're still cleaning it out. Their uncles and aunt just left and they trashed the place. So,
I'm not enthused so far, to be honest with you.
neither am I.
You notice the cockroaches on the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see the...
So the screen was in there.
Yeah, the screen was in, but you see how they had the holes and so forth. They're pushing their fingers through, and I mean, I feel like you could easily push that out if you actually tried.
Okay.
It took her several minutes to, it seemed, well, a good amount of time to answer the door. When she answered the door, she was like groggy and
Was the
tired.
baby with her when she answered the door?
No.
Okay, so she wasn't
The
asleep.
infant was asleep in the bed. She seemed tired, groggy, kind of out of it, like she just awoken. And they were banging on the door that was locked from the other side.
That out.
With an empty juice cup. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
With an
Just
empty
scream. Juice cup.
Tooth cup?
Juice.
Oh, juice cup. Oh, I was like, what's a tooth cup? Okay.
And screaming, mommy, mommy, juice, juice. And just...
The mother, who didn't even react upon hearing about her children's cries before, is now in tears as she's taken into custody for neglecting them.
You want to explain or...
Sure. So based on our findings tonight, okay, we do have probable cause to make the arrest on both of you. Okay? It's just not fair to what's happening with these kids. All right, so both of y'all are going to be going to jail tonight for child neglect. Okay, DCF has obviously custody of the kids, and they're going to be staying with your sister, cousin. Is that what it is? Hopefully you guys are able to get out tomorrow. You can get back to your baby.
Yeah, with what? We have no money. I have no family.
I understand, but we have probable cause to make the arrest.
We don't tolerate this, all right? The conditions they're in is unsafe for them in general. Completely unsatisfactory.
You're going to probably want your wallet and your ID when you go. Alright, go ahead and put your hands behind back, please. Put your palms together just like you're praying. Palms together. Palms together.
Christina Coe and Gilbert Bridewell were arrested and taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall Inmate Detention Facility. They were both charged with 3 counts of felony child neglect without causing serious harm. Thanks to the neighbors who called the police, these young children were saved from such awful individuals. Another similar incident occurred where children were left in a hot car until an Uber driver noticed them. On August 21st, 2021, Ohio police officers were dispatched in response to a 911 call reporting children left unattended in a car for several hours.
You pointed out to me that you seen the kids in the car left. I talked to the little girl. She said she don't know how long she been in here.
Okay.
One is like an infant, probably like 4 or 5. And I think the other one was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was just doing an Uber Eats here.
Oh, you're fine. Okay.
And drove by and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming.
What the windows was rolled up though?
Like the two how they are were kind of like how they are, but the 2 back were this one was up. The little like 3-year-old here was hanging out the car screaming, like screaming for her mom. So I stopped and I was like, "What's your mom's name?"
What's your name?
Steven.
You notify.
I do gig work for work.
Okay,
so
okay.
I was doing an Uber Eats here, and like I said, I drive by and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming for her mom. So I'm a parent, so I was like, so I walked up to the car to make sure there was nobody in the car with them, and I asked her, I said, "What's your mom's name? I'll go get her." And then I saw the security guard and I asked him to come outside because this is a serious matter, and I was like, "You gotta call the police."
Thanks to this individual, these children were rescued from a potentially fatal situation. Shockingly, we later learned that the mother had been donating plasma and had arrived at 7:30 in the morning, leaving her 2 children in the hot car for nearly 4 hours. Fortunately, because this occurred in the morning, the children were apparently able to endure the heat for a longer period, minimizing the risk of harm.
So she's been checked in with us since 7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m., okay.
God, Lord Jesus.
It's getting really warm out here now.
It's really hot.
And
look, the baby's dressed in pants and long sleeves.
What's your name?
My name is Stacy. I'm the registered nurse here.
Alright, Stacy. Alright, we're just getting them checked out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome.
Been here since 7:30.
When confronted, the mother seemed unable to understand what she had done wrong, which highlights her poor parenting. Similar to other cases, she broke down in tears when told about the child neglect charges, but showed no reaction when officers explained how she had put her children in danger.
What is rolled up?
Yes, ma'am.
And the kids are here now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We come here. However, people here, bystanders, were able to, open the door, give the kids some water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
However, this is severity around, okay? You can't just leave the kids in the car unattended. Alright? The car was not on.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot outside, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean to, okay.
Even if it was on, people can take your children.
Yeah.
They can take your car.
Yeah.
And it's like near 85 degrees outside. Inside that car heats up very fast. And children at a young age are they're easily raise their temperature level.
Alright, so I'm gonna go talk to my sergeant here. We're gonna discuss how we're gonna proceed. We're gonna go to the hospital, get the kids checked out. I'm gonna notify Child Family Services. Alright? And we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
I'll do this.
Hold on, I gotta see.
Are you pregnant or postpartum?
No.
Go put your hands behind it. We're just detaining you right now, alright?
I'm being detained?
Yes. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like you're praying. There you go.
Don't see my baby.
Yes.
The mother, who had previously neglected to check on her children, now insists on seeing them as she's being taken into custody.
Alright, come on to me. Yeah, Stacy Aldridge. 7:30, right? 7:43, okay.
Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him?
Hey, laugh.
May I go and see them?
Yeah, they're going to the hospital, okay?
The woman, later identified as Tamisha Massey, was eventually charged with endangering children. She was then enrolled in a drug court-mandated program, which she successfully completed within a few months. If you found a mother leaving her kids in a hot car shocking, then the heartbreaking experience these kids went through in this case will truly blow you away. Brittany Gosney and James Hamilton, who lived with their 3 children aged 6, 7, and 9, were more than just bad parents. They neglected their responsibilities, often serving microwaved Hot Pockets for dinner. Despite the toxic environment where James often lost his temper and Brittany neglected her children, the kids somehow managed to survive. However, everything changed in March 2021 when Brittany and James arrived at the police station to report their 6-year-old son, James Jr., missing. Detectives noticed unusual behavior from the parents and placed them in separate rooms for questioning. What unfolded during the interrogation was deeply disturbing.
Did you wake up the kids or Brittany to make sure they didn't know where little James was?
Well, it was around about 8:30 this morning. I woke back up with everybody, and we all went looking again, and then we couldn't find him nowhere. We came here.
What's your gut feeling of what you think happened to little James?
I don't know. I'm hoping he's somewhere there in the neighborhood hiding.
Does he have any friends that he hangs out with?
None I'm aware of.
Does he have any of the parks that he likes to go to?
Any parks. I mean, he's ready to swing, anything will be on it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I really appreciate you talking to me. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of all this, and obviously you and Brittany are our number one sources of information that's going to help us right now. But we got to find him. I'm sure you want him found as bad as we do.
I'd like to go as soon as possible before I go back out looking for him.
Sure. Well, you hold tight right here, and if you need something knocking on the door, I'm going to go check and see what else they can come up with.
James explains that they put the children to bed after dinner with pizza rolls. He then checked on them around 4 a.m. in the morning and discovered little James was missing. However, is this the same story Brittany told the detectives?
Did the 6-year-old get in trouble last night?
Yeah, he got in trouble for something. I don't remember what it was.
You don't remember what it was? Okay. What was the punishment last night? Corner?
I don't really like putting my hands on my kids.
That's okay. That's fine. Some people don't. You guys, what'd you have for dinner last night?
They had pizza rolls and chips.
The kids did? Okay. They're telling me that James had gotten in trouble for something and that he wasn't given pizza rolls, but he was given bread instead because that was his punishment. You remember that?
No, we gave them like lunch meat sandwiches at lunchtime.
And then all 3 of them, you're saying, got pizza rolls last night? Why would the kids tell me that?
I don't never make them go without an email.
I know that.
I'd rather go without before them.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out what they're talking about, what the kids are talking about. Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here. He's going to do the polygraph for me, and we'll just kind of go from there. I got guys out canvassing the neighborhood, so we're actively looking for James.
Okay.
Little James is what I call him now because we got Big James in there.
It's confusing, I understand.
So we're looking for James now. Don't think we're just sitting here talking to you. I got a bunch of people out doing it.
I was going to say, is anybody even out there looking for him?
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm sure brother and sisters worry about little brother.
Your daughter also said sometimes Big James doesn't get along with Little James. What would she mean by that?
I don't know.
Does Little James get any more or less trouble than the other two?
They all get
Right.
about the same.
They're all close to the same age. They all, okay. So
I know James does like being mean to them, so taking their toy away.
all Little James.
Yes, not that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
That'll work.
Brittany's responses are quite strange for a mother who has just lost her child. Rather than being upset, she casually chatted and even laughed with the detective. The detectives understand they need a confession from one of them to locate young James, but they already fear the worst. Therefore, they decide to confront James with the information that Brittany has spilled everything to them. It's a risky move, but one the detectives are willing to take.
Hey, James. Yes, sir. Talk to you out there at your house. Yes, sir. A few minutes. I just talked to my girlfriend there, and I'm terrible with names. What's her name? Brittany. All right, now she's told me most of the truth, okay? She's saying she don't remember where he's at, but she's told me about he's dead, okay? And that you guys were together, okay?
What do you want to know, sir?
I need to know where the body's at.
That I do not know. As for me being with her and the kids, no, sir, I was not.
Okay, and we can talk about that later.
Got home.
We can talk about if you were there or not later. Okay, she's saying all five of you were together, and this is what happened. Okay, and I'm not going to go into details what she told me there. Okay, so at this point,
well, what did she tell you that happened, sir?
Well, I know that he's dead, and I know that his body's somewhere, and I need to figure out. I'm wanting right now to recover his body is really important to me because it gives closure to both of you guys. Okay, that's the most important thing. We can go into detail later that when it's happened. Okay, because surely she's smart enough to tell you, even if you weren't with her, okay, you got to take some ownership of this, okay? Don't minimize anything.
The ownership I would take of it where I didn't call when she brought the body home, sir.
Okay. Where is the body then? When she brought the body home, what did she say she did with it?
She didn't tell me, sir. It happened up at Rush Run Park is where it happened at.
It happened in Rush Run?
Yes, she was supposed to take the kids up there, give them a scare tactic.
Right.
Drop them off for a few minutes, turn around, go get them, because they all was acting up real.
James says that Brittany had taken the children to an isolated area outside of town as a form of punishment to make them behave. During this time, little James allegedly tripped and fell, resulting in his death. Brittany then brought the body back home where James was waiting.
So when she brought the body back to the house?
She brought the body back to the house.
And what's the conversation then?
Conversation.
I've been freaking out.
I was. I told her. I mean, she called me.
So, did she leave? You're saying she brought the body back home, though?
Yes.
Okay. Where was the body at when you saw it?
Upstairs in his bedroom.
In his bedroom. And when was all this? A couple days ago? Yesterday? Today?
Friday night.
It was Friday night. So we're into Sunday now. We were Sunday morning. And how did you guys come up with the idea of, well, we're going to have to report him missing at some point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That was her idea, sir.
Okay. So she brings the body home. Is it in the bedroom? And then what happens? Even if you yourself went out totally by yourself and got rid of it, I just need to know where. You're still.
James believes Brittany has confessed to everything, including his involvement in the crime. His next move is to distance himself from the situation. However, unbeknownst to him, he's only making things worse for himself by continuing to talk to the detectives.
Was there when the body was dumped?
Yes.
Okay. If we went out driving, did you take it back up to Rush Run?
We wasn't up the Rush Run, man. I went east off the bridge. He's in the river.
Okay. What bridge? Middletown Bridge?
No. Cincinnati.
Down in Cincinnati?
Well, it's the bridge that goes from Kentucky to Indiana.
Okay. How did you get, what time of day or night is this?
This was about 3 o'clock this morning.
This morning? Okay. What did you do with the other 2 kids go with you then?
No, they was at home and fast asleep.
Alright, so both of you guys get up. We gotta do something. And then take him down to Cincinnati off 71. You're thinking
275, yeah.
Okay, and just did you go throw him off the bridge or did you
hold him off the bridge?
Was it like a stream or was it the actual river?
The actual river.
The Ohio River, the big one.
Yes.
Alright, but you're doing good. I know this is hard on you, alright? Look at me. I know this is hard on you.
Now I'm going to jail just for helping her.
Okay, we can figure all that out.
Okay, listen, this ain't fair to me.
It ain't fair to the little boy either. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I told her that. I mean, when she called me and told me she's at the wrong place, I told her, turn around, come home. Turn around, come home.
At the wrong place. You mean a Rush Run?
At Rush Run.
Okay. What was her plan then? Because he didn't accidentally get fall.
I don't know, sir. I mean, the story she told me when she came home, 1 minute it was he had the handle door and she took off and he fell.
On the car? On the van?
On my van.
Okay.
Then the next minute it was that he was chasing after her, tripped and fell.
So she told you?
James insists that he doesn't know the true version of events because Brittany has told him multiple conflicting stories. The detectives then opt to confront Brittany with the information provided by James, knowing that they still don't know the complete story. What unfolds next is truly shocking.
You're just trying to figure out, just hold on, exactly what you were thinking. Why? Because from what you've said, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
James told you, I want the kids gone, I don't want to see them no more.
Yes.
When you loaded up in the car with the kids, you left Crawford Street with all 3 kids.
Yes.
James was in that house.
Yes.
He wanted you to take them somewhere and never bring them back.
Yes.
Okay. So you're confused. You care about James.
And I also
you care about James, right?
Yes.
So you take off driving. So you get to Rush Run, and did you tell them, hey, hop out and pee or date?
Well, they said at first they said I have to pee. I said, okay, well, go ahead and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you got out and you went in through the side door.
The side back door, yes.
Right, and you lifted him out.
Yes.
Set him on the ground.
Yes. I didn't throw him or anything.
Well,
I just
okay,
set him down.
sure. Nobody's saying you did. So once he's on the ground, what happens then?
I went to go pull off.
Where was James whenever you backed up and pulled out? Little James.
Well, I wasn't all the way into the parking spot. I was just like halfway there, not all the way there. When I went to go pull away, I'm guessing he had the handle.
Right.
And then I went to go drive off, and he, of course, had a handle. When I looked, he didn't have it. And so I heard kids screaming. I don't remember. I thought it was for sure Rachel, but they both, I don't know.
Why were they screaming? Because you were leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they knew I wasn't never just going.
Sure.
So, they were standing by the bathroom stall, whatever it is, and James was kind of standing close to them, but not that close. And as I showed you on the paper, I just went around him and didn't realize he had the handle.
Did you see him grabbing a handle?
No.
Okay, you're just.
But when I kind of like, I'm assuming he grabbed the handle because I kind of pulled him a little bit, not much, and he got up and then fell back down. I guess I kind of probably made him hurt his knee on the ground or something, and he lost his balance, and he tried to catch his balance. He didn't get to.
Right.
Brittany narrated the incident without any sign of remorse, describing it as an accident in an attempt to appear less responsible for her child's death.
So when you got back home with James, you come back with the kids. How do you bring James? Do you just carry James into the house, or does James go out and get him?
I carried him in.
Okay.
Where are the clothes at that you were wearing when you carried them in?
Sitting on top of my basket.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
Right, I got you.
So you carry the boy back inside. Have you already contacted James and told him what happened? Okay, by text or by call?
It was a text.
You sent him a text?
Yes, and then he called me, told me to bring him back because he couldn't get James to listen.
So you bring the kid back, you carry the kid in, and then what happens? Where do you put the kid? Where do you put James?
I just laid him on the when you walk in the door, that room right there, on the floor.
The front, when you walk in the front living room?
Yes, the front room.
So the living room
where the
couch
couch is, yes.
You laid him?
I laid him on the floor.
Okay.
The bare floor. And he took him upstairs.
James took him upstairs
and put him in the bedroom.
We're going to give you a few minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Do you need anything? You need another restroom? You need anything?
The mother did not shed even a single drop of tears, indicating she didn't care much about her child, which is quite a rare sight. James then reveals to the detective how he and Brittany disposed of the evidence by dumping little James's body into a river.
About halfway across the bridge, stopped, put it in park. She grabbed his feet, I grabbed his shoulders and threw him.
You guys pull up. You guys see a car and you pull over right before the bridge, or 100 yards before the bridge.
About 100 yards.
Right around there. You wait, you go by. As soon as that happens, you guys pull up and you there's really not much room there.
She jumps out.
Okay.
I didn't even open my driver's door. I just climbed around. She opened the side slider door, grabbed his feet, I grabbed his shoulders. Not that I'm aware of, sir. I mean, as soon as we let him go, I jumped right back in the van. When we got going some, she looked at me and said, I heard him hit, and kind of giggled about it even.
Right. So, did you see him, did he float? Did you see him floating?
I don't know. I had no idea. She got straight back in the van and we took off.
And again, that's kind of where we are. You're worried entirely too much about what she said. No, listen. I want the whole truth too. That's why you know the whole truth. You're sitting here fishing me to see what I know. And I've been fished by the best of them, and I'm not going to be a about it.
His efforts to trick the detective fail, so he eventually confesses as he realizes there's no way to escape the situation.
I've got a lot of info here.
She wanted something to help hold him down in the water. There's a brick tied to his chest.
There's a brick tied to him?
Yes.
What kind of brick?
About this long, about that thick.
Like a cinder block brick, or like what kind of brick?
Something like a center block brick. It's more like a yard walking stone brick. I mean, it's about this long, like I was said.
Right. Where'd you get the brick? You go out of the back of your yard and you go to the right down the alley or to the left down the alley?
To the right.
So you went to the right. Did you go to the cross alley or did you go on? So you go to the cross alley and you make a left. So you see, this is how this works. I know a load of information about this. A lot of it's been confirmed, and I've ruled out some of it. Well, some of it that you told us initially. Now, with that being said, I'm not holding that against you because you're a little bit freaked out. But here's where we are. Right now is going to be one of your only opportunities to genuinely show me that you're going to cooperate. This is good. This is good because I knew him.
The detectives have gathered enough information from James to press charges against him. Seeing James sticking to his final story of not knowing Brittany's intentions after she took the kids, they conclude it's now time to talk to her. She will ultimately disclose the bitter reality.
Just shower. Like, you can see I'm breaking out everywhere.
I'll ask him. I'll go back there and talk to him as soon as I drop you back off. I got a question for you, though. Are you willing to talk to me about what happened?
Yeah.
First off, I need to know why you guys are down in Richmond, Indiana, at Walmart.
I didn't go to any Walmart.
You did not go to any Walmart?
No, that's why I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Did he take the kids and go to Walmart?
He might have. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He does some stuff when I'm sleeping. So how am I supposed to know anything?
Well, I mean, you're not sleeping 24/7.
My meds would let me. I'd be sleeping 24/7.
Is he really where you said you dumped him?
My son?
Yes.
Yes. That's where he dumped him.
Okay, but you were with him.
Yes.
Okay.
That is where.
That is where you guys went to do
Yes.
it. That's legit.
And yes, he said to make sure we dumped him on that side because of the currency or something goes this way. I don't know nothing about the water.
So it doesn't matter.
Even though it was an accidental.
I think it was, but you went there to dispose of your kid, to leave your kids out there is what you went to do, huh?
I went to go there to drop them off, not to harm them or anything.
Okay, but you're still banning your children.
Brittany's account of the events is disturbing. Her emotionless description of her son's accidental death reveals how brutal she is. Recognizing that Brittany will face more trouble than anticipated, the detective gives her one last opportunity to confess. In a final attempt to shift the blame, Brittany changes her story to pin the crime on James.
He wasn't responding when he got out of the van.
Where at?
Remember when I told you when we got there, he wasn't.
When you got
So he was already dead before you got there? Yes or no?
Yeah, he had to because he wasn't.
Okay, then how did he die?
Whatever James did to him upstairs.
Okay, you need to tell me that. What did James do?
The kid, all three
kids. You can ask all three of them.
Because I know he hog-tied them.
Yeah, and he was beating them.
Why didn't you call us?
He wouldn't let me have a phone.
Okay, so he's dead before you even take him out of the house. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't know it.
Who loaded him up in the car? So he didn't walk to the car.
The kids, like, basically helped him to the car. The other two kids helped James to the car.
Your two other kids carried dead James to the car.
He, like...
Okay, you're lying.
No, am I not making this sense?
No, not at all.
Can you please stop yelling at me?
You're going to sit here and tell me and tell us that your two other babies carried youngest one to the car.
So then you really didn't drag James.
No, that's what I keep trying to tell y'all. I didn't do anything to that little boy.
You did? Yeah, you did. You didn't help him, number one. Okay? You're a grown-ass adult. That's a little baby.
Yeah.
How many times, what are they going to say about you hitting on him?
No, I'm not really hitting on them at all. I make them stand in the corner.
What are they going to say about you hitting on them that night with James upstairs?
They're probably just going to say I whipped their butt. That's about it. Like you said, you do your children.
Right.
But I don't punch them, leave bruises, nothing.
After hours of questioning, Brittany is crying for the first time as she describes her son's death casually, referring to him as little boy instead of my son, and changing her story constantly. Detectives have come to the conclusion that she is indeed a cold-hearted killer, and they are fed up with her lies.
My temper, and I'm trying not to. I'm going to take a break.
Do you want to talk to me or no? You probably don't because you're not going to tell me the truth. You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with some excuse for the, hold on, let me move over here. I'm too close to you. Because you've sat back there in that, just listen, okay? You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with some reason to justify you not getting charged with murder. Here's where we are, okay? You took them out there hoping no one would ever see them, find them, or you would never see them or hear from them again. Is that a safe assumption?
In the end, Brittany was sentenced to life in prison with the chance of parole after 21 years, while James was sentenced to 19 years in prison for his involvement in the murder of 6-year-old James. On September 29, 2023, Andre Galanine, a male suspect, was removed from his flight immediately upon arrival in Atlanta. This happened after officers received a report that he had allegedly exposed himself and touched himself inappropriately in front of a young female before boarding a plane at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Although he managed to board a flight, the officers could only arrest him the following day after obtaining his flight details. The body camera footage captured police waiting for Andre as he arrived from his flight. An individual at the airport recorded the incident upon noticing Galanine's suspicious behavior. Upon reviewing the footage, it became evident that Galanine had been touching himself and exposing himself to a young female who was in front of him. The police did not specify the age of the young female, but based on her appearance, witnesses suggested that she might be underage.
Can you step them out? Just move up a little. Mr. Galanine. Alright. Alright, do me a favor, alright? Lean forward a little bit. Got a warrant out for your arrest, alright? Just lean forward, don't worry, we'll get you back. Alright, put your hand behind your back, buddy. Let me get this other hand. Let me get the hand. Alright.
You have your bag?
Yeah.
Where's your bag?
Here? Okay. We'll get it for you. He should get you back.
He was immediately recognized by the police, and he voluntarily followed them to be taken into custody without objecting or raising any questions.
We're not public abuse firm here, okay? I don't know the details of it, so a public emergency warrant, so that's why we're picking you up. We're gonna go back down to the precinct right now, and then they'll be able to explain everything in detail of what's going on, okay? But right now, it's just a warrant. Step out for a second. You got anything in your pocket? Okay. We're gonna go to the precinct right now. They're gonna explain everything what's going on, what's the warrant all about, and then after that, whatever happens, okay?
Police also found out that Andre had previous encounters with the law for similar offenses. He was taken to the Clayton County Jail due to his inappropriate behavior. Andre Galanine was charged with public indecency. On November 7th, 2022, a 43-year-old man known as Chad Van Swole was taken into custody following his online communications in which he discussed having a wrong relationship with a person he believed to be a minor. He had no idea, though, that he was speaking with investigators from the Racine County Sheriff's Office who were assisting the FBI. Using an online app, Chad started a conversation with someone he thought was a minor at the beginning of November. Van Swole is said to have sent provoking messages where he clearly admits his guilt. But still, he still goes through with his disturbing plan.
That's him.
He's here. Show me hands! Get down on the ground, do it now! Get down on the ground!
On the ground!
Sheriff's office! Get your hands out of your pocket. Put your hands behind your back.
Go ahead.
You guys can come up.
On November 7th, Chad agreed to meet the individual at a specific location in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin. Little did he know that instead of the person he was expecting, an entire team of law enforcement officers was waiting for him.
Any kind of weapons?
No. Knives, anything that's gonna poke me, stab me?
You got gloves on?
Okay, stand up. We're gonna check the vehicle.
Yeah.
Upon being caught, the police searched Chad and discovered that he had a recently purchased bag from Chick-fil-A and contraceptives in his possession.
No. Separate your stance. Yeah, that's it. So you tongue out at me?
5120 on one. Did you copy one in custody?
I did copy, thank you.
Joel, we're good with yours?
Yeah.
I can grab a bag from you.
You got a car keys?
Alright, I'm gonna double lock this real quick. Just face the squad here.
Do you have just a little bag to throw his stuff in quick? Yeah, keys and condom.
Just relax your hands.
What's that?
Make sure there's nothing in here.
I don't know what she's gonna want separate bags, or we can do that later too.
Anything else on you that we need to know about? Anything sharp, any weapons, or anything like that? Okay. I know he just searched you, but obviously you're going in my car, so I'm gonna just put that down.
Did you throw his key fob in there?
I got a key right here.
So, can we, seriously, does somebody have like a camera or something to still take pictures? We don't have my camera.
Alright. We'll have you take a seat right here. Just watch your locks.
In the end, Chad Van Swol was charged with a felony for using a computer to commit a child sex crime. His bail was set at $50,000 in cash. Moreover, he was fined $200 for driving with a suspended license. On July 6, 2021, an investigator pretended to be a 15-year-old girl on a social media platform to catch online predators. A 29-year-old man named Ryan Burton took the bait and engaged in conversation, during which he even sent explicit photos. Later, he asked for an address and agreed to meet the supposed teenager in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Unbeknownst to him, he was actually communicating with a police officer and an undercover investigator.
Take him.
How you doing? How you doing, man? Good. Good. My name's Detective Ross, but I'm with La Crosse Police Department. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me?
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Brian.
Brian. Okay. Any weapons with you today?
No.
Okay. If you just want to put your hands on top of your head, I'm just going to pat you down, make sure you got no weapons with you today.
I'm here at the police department as well, sir. See our badge?
Yes.
Okay.
Brian, you like?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back. You okay? You not hurt, Brian?
I'm good.
Good. Just going to check these things for fit. What's your last name, Brian?
Where's your ID
Ryan,
at?
I'm sorry.
In my car. Where are your keys at? I'm going to get your ID. It's in my pocket here. Where's your ID at so I can confirm who you're talking about? It's in the middle compartment of my car. Can I go get your ID for you, please?
Keys are in this pocket?
Other pocket. This one right here? Yep. It's in the middle console then?
Copy, I'll go back in the main room.
Yeah. Alright. And I can go grab your ID? Yep. Thank you.
Detective Ross caught the suspect, Ryan, and secured him with handcuffs. Ryan cooperated with the arrest and was then transported to the police department for further interrogation.
Step. 26 Iowa, 29 of 95.
226, collect.
Last name spelling Boy, Union, Robert, Tom, Ocean, Nora. First name is Ryan.
With the police department here, we're going to have a car come over and transport you back to the station, read you your Miranda rights, try to ask you a few questions, and we'll go from there, okay?
This other ID, is this your relation to you?
Yes.
It's not stolen or anything?
No.
Is he?
White.
Alright. Step up here, I want you to follow over.
Hey Ryan, I'm Officer Howell, La Crosse Police. You have anything on you that's going to stick me or poke me, anything sharp?
No.
Can you separate your feet, please?
In his pocket. Grab his phone from there, okay, bud?
This is Dad's car. There's two IDs, one for his wife, one for him. And wallet was in the center console, which gave me permission to get. Yeah, should be.
And watch your head getting in.
While searching Ryan's car, the police discovered what looked to be his journal.
The therapist mentioned that I had nonverbal cues that I was uncomfortable when talking about what happened. After some reflection, I think this is because I've always felt like I'm a good person, I'm kind, but this has turned me into a predator, and that makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, why don't we just take that whole thing?
Okay.
You ever been placed under arrest before?
Yes.
No. This is the police department. This isn't the jail.
Yep.
I didn't start. I don't know the case number or anything.
I'll grab it.
You.
Because I don't even know it yet.
Yeah. You can go ahead and sit down and relax.
You need anything? Water or anything? Alright. You know why you're here?
No.
Well, I have an investigation that's open, and you're involved in it.
Okay.
I investigate crimes against kids.
Okay.
Alright. Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay, you still have no idea why you're here? I'm going to read you your Miranda rights, okay, because I'd like to talk to you about why you're here, but obviously I can't talk to you without first protecting you. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Ryan, before we ask any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say will be used against you in court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask any questions, and to have him or her with you during questioning. If you are unable to hire a lawyer, you can request and receive appointment of a lawyer by the proper authority without cost or charge to you to be present and advise you before and during this statement. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. As long as you understand your rights, Ryan, I need your signature here. And if you want to talk to me and talk to me about why you're here, signature here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just that you understand your rights. This is if you want to talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, you just tell me now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Don't want to talk? No. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a line through there, and I'm just going to write didn't want to talk. Okay. Going to be going to the county jail tonight. There'll be 2 charges. All right. One of them is the use of a computer to facilitate a child sex crime.
Okay.
And the second one is the attempted second-degree sexual assault of a child.
Okay.
All right. So I'll respect your wishes, and we're going to get you out of here as soon as we can.
Ultimately, Ryan Burton was charged with felony counts of attempted second-degree sexual assault of a minor and using a computer to facilitate a sex crime. He could be sentenced to up to 60 years in prison. On August 5th, 2023, authorities responded to a report at Riverwalk Park's parking lot about a man, Levon Glenn, aged 49, who was allegedly exposing himself inappropriately. This took place near the splash pad area of the park, where multiple families were gathered on a Saturday morning.
It looked like he had his hand, maybe I thought he was taking like pictures or something. His phone was up.
Okay.
Like at the steering wheel. So I'm like, I don't think that's what's going on, but I'm getting the kids out at the same time, so I get the kids out and I just glance one more time, and sure enough, you know, and phone's out, his pants are down almost to his knees. So then that's when we loaded up and called.
He left, but he's on his way back. He said he'd do a statement. So, just out of curiosity, what brought you here to change your clothes?
I was coming to use some money to change my car.
Okay.
So I said, I don't know where can I go to change my clothes because I haven't washed my car and everything like that. So I said, I gotta go meet my wife and man at 3:30. So I need to put on some clothes out here. So I walked here. I never walked up here to that bathroom. I never been here in this park like this. So I said, okay, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna change my clothes real quick. I'm changing my clothes, and then I said, I left my underwear in there. Got out, got my underwear, roll my clothes back down, put my underwear on. Tied my shoes, and then y'all walked up. Okay. So I'm trying to put my clothes back up. He said, he seen me when he walked up. I ain't doing. I'm not filming nobody. I'm not doing in that church, putting my clothes back up.
You ever have, like while you were changing, did you have your phone in your hands at all?
My phone's always up.
The officers asked Glenn to get out of his car, but he refused to obey.
Hey, Mr. Glenn, we're not going to ask you again. No, you're not going to take my car, bro. You're not going to take my car. No, I'm not, man. You're not going to take my car.
You're going to get tased.
You're going to get tased.
Get out of the car
now. You're not, man. Get out of the car.
Wrong, bro.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not going to tell you again.
You're gonna get tased.
Nothing wrong, bro. Don't touch me, man. Sir? Call the supervisor. Don't put your hands on me. Sir, I'm not going to tell you again. You're going to get tased. You're going to get tased. I'm going to record this, bro. That's fine. Okay, I'm not touching nobody. I didn't do wrong. You're not going to touch me and put it in the car. You're not.
Last chance.
You're not.
Oh.
That's not mine. You just put that in there. Yeah, okay. Get out of the car. Put that in there. I ain't do that in the car. Get your hands off me, man.
Because Glenn refused to listen, the police were forced to use a taser on him. This prompted Glenn to make a daring move, making the situation harder for everyone.
Bravo 15 Central. I think I have the vehicle westbound Ridge Boulevard. He just turned northbound on another street.
The chase stopped when Glenn's car couldn't move at a gas station parking area, and then he started running away on foot.
Oh, you out of the gun! Quit reaching! Quit reaching! Stop! We're still heading north! Get down! Stop! Stop! Taser, taser, taser! All right, you got it. You just hit me.
Despite his strong resistance, Glenn was eventually caught with the help of the South Daytona Police Department.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. Put them behind your back. Put them behind your back. All right, got it. All right. Get down on the ground. Damn, man. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back
now.
Stop grabbing.
You resist anymore, you get it again.
Put your hand behind your back.
Behind your back.
Loosen up. Loosen up and you won't get tased again. Loosen up. Loosen up.
Every time you tense up, you're getting tased.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Put them on, please. I'm trying. Hold on. Okay. That's a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Drop the keys. I want my keys. Drop them. I don't want my keys, man. You're not gonna have your keys. Drop your keys, bro. Oh, come on, man. Drop them. Drop your keys. Thank you. Yeah, man. All right. Well, you're putting yourself in terrible position. Roll forward. Okay. Now pop your other keys. Okay. Sit down. Okay, I'm dizzy. Come on. I know you're probably dizzy. Come on, you're good. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, bro. Come on. You need to sit down. Sit. Sit. Do you want to stand up? I got you. I'm sorry.
After being arrested, Glenn was treated for injuries sustained during the incident and then taken to Volusia County Branch Jail, where he was held on a $23,500 bond. It was revealed that Glenn had been in and out of jail over a dozen times since 2002 for different crimes. As a result of his actions, Levon Glenn was charged with exposing sexual organs, resisting an officer, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the battery of a law enforcement officer, running from police officers, and possession of cocaine.